We've got Vancouver's version of Candyland today on the Express, with a show designed to make you feel good. On today's show,
just introduced panties as a great stocking stuffer this holiday season.
West Coast styles, local looks, holiday gift guide.
Do you want me to drink my salad? Is this
Absolutely.
the idea?
Rare investments, the good life. How Aaron Sebula stays red carpet ready.
I have a few little tricks up my sleeve.
They were so enthusiastic. We told them about the tree.
A sneak peek at the largest tree lighting in Canada. The Sierra Sil Giants report. What number 3 thinks of his first full season on the team.
Done better than I expected myself to do.
See that and more local expression. Who needs visions of sugar plums when you have a housemate entirely out of candy? Welcome to the Express, only on Shaw TV. I'm Johanna Ward at the Fairmont Hotel, Vancouver, where, yes, you can see it, the Candy Castle is back. And if that's not enough to get you into a festive mood, wait till you see our first story. Here's Bianca Solterbeck.
The Olympic Cauldron is getting a little competition this month in the form of a 50-foot Rockefeller-style Christmas tree that's moving to Jack Pool Plaza from the Vancouver Art Gallery.
We will be able to accommodate the crowds that will be here for the event much more comfortably than we have at the Art Gallery.
Amicon, the people behind the tree, have teamed up with Shaw for their 5th annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
They were so enthusiastic. We told them about the tree. They sort of jumped on and said, wow, we'd love to sort of partner with you and be one of the lead partners.
Instead of a company Christmas party, Amicon started the tree lighting with hundreds of thousands of dollars going to local charities. Charities like the Potluck Cafe.
We have meal programs that we run, community kitchens. We basically feed around 30,000 plus meals a year for those who can't afford to feed themselves, and we also do employment life skills training.
Johnny Perry says this year's donation will have a big impact on the people he works with.
This donation that we're getting means an incredible amount. It will definitely be a big support for our meal programs through this year, and we really, really appreciate that.
Teresa Sutherland says the lighting is a fun community event with lots of local performers.
We have the Vancouver Children's Choir, which has been with us since the beginning, so that's wonderful.
But it also represents the spirit of giving.
That's, I think, something that a legacy that our company would like to leave. You know, we started something that can go on for generations and also give back to the community.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
Got to admit, I'm pretty thankful I don't have to untangle and then string that many legs. We do hope you join us for the 5th annual Vancouver tree lighting event, December 9th. That's Friday, Jack Pool Plaza, starting at 5:30. Now from the seasonal, we go to the sporty. They wear body armor, helmets, and swing 4-foot-long swords. But Kendo is not an act of war. It's a sport that challenges the mind and the spirit.
With sword in hand and dressed in heavy armor, these fighters are ready to channel their ki.
Ki is this inner power, this inner strength that allows us to do things that we otherwise couldn't do.
It's a key tenet of Kendo, or Japanese fencing. Here at the Pine Tree Community Center in Coquitlam, pairs of combatants are squaring off in a duel for points.
Kendo's a pretty simple art. When you're facing each other, the attempt is to try and strike the head, or the front hand, or the body on either side, or there's a thrusting action to the throat.
If the strike is done with power, focus, timing, and spirit, the fighter is awarded 1 point. 3 points wins a match. Kendo, which means the way of the sword, dates back hundreds of years to the days of the samurai. Generations of skilled fighters cultivated sword fighting techniques based on the principles of Zen Buddhism, techniques that were used in times of war.
But when peace broke out, they now needed a way of practicing without killing each other. That's when armor was developed and when the shinai was developed. The shinai is made out of 4 pieces of bamboo held together with a leather handle and a leather pocket for the tip, and this becomes the the weapon which we use to practice with, called a shinai.
Together with the body armor and helmet, fighters are able to engage in full contact sword fighting just as the samurai did hundreds of years ago. But fighting is not the purpose of Kendo. Bruce says this is more an exercise of personal development than physical force.
Learning how to become more confident, more spiritually powerful, more comfortable in stressful situations, to be able to manage yourself with grace and power even when the situation is not optimal.
And I focused on how I relate and deal with situations outside of the dojo as well as inside. It is more of a character development, really, for me.
Because in learning discipline, honor, and respect, the way of the sword becomes a way of life. I'm Tim Chung in Coquitlam for The Express.
It takes decades to become a Kendo master, and the highest rank is only given out in Japan. To find out about programs near you, you can go to the BC Kendo Federation website. That's bckf.com. You're watching The Express, and coming up, we're getting some red carpet fashion tips from ET Canada's Aaron Sebula. Plus, we have these stories.
The Sierra Seal Giants report on defenseman Brett Kulak.
We had a real good feel for him that he would come into our group this year and be an everyday player for us.
This is one of my favorite.
West Coast Styles Holiday Gift Guide.
T-shirt representing for the Canadian spirit here.
You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.